Ma'am, we are live.
Okay.
So, good afternoon to one and all present. On behalf of Crescent Innovation and Incubation Council, I welcome all the students of first year. So, to welcome you all, let me begin with a short introduction about CIIC. So, Crescent Innovation and Incubation Council is an incubator based out of Crescent University. Currently, we have around 65 startups incubated under us. Our thrust areas include life sciences and Industry 4.0. What CIC offers are the three M's, that is money, mentors, and market. Money, we identify different grants offered by the government and private investors. Second, we offer mentorship by providing mentors such as academicians, industrialists, business advisors. We The market support, finding a specific market to market their product nationally and globally. Currently we have obtained of around 77 lakhs in grant and a turnover as of a much higher number. So this was about it. So today we have a speaker, an eminent speaker, Miss Lakshmi Subramanian. She's from Global Adjustments. I welcome you all for the Aspiration to Achievements program. To give a short introduction on our speaker, Ms. Lakshmi Subramanian, she is the Executive Director at Global Adjustments Foundation. So, Ms. Lakshmi started her career as a banker. She brings in 18 years of experience as a senior leader in a multinational bank and 12 years of facilitation skills to the Champion Women workshops. She enjoys enabling women to flourish in the workforce. She's a role model in this. We are happy to have you today, ma'am, for this session. So, over to you.
Hi, thank you so much for that lovely introduction. And I'm so glad here to be addressing to the freshers of Crescent Institute of Science and Technology, CIIC. And this is a wonderful afternoon here in Chennai. I'm not sure from where all you're logging in for this webinar, but at Chennai, it's warm but a very pleasant climate. We've never felt this chill in Chennai in a couple of years now, but this time December has been wonderful. On that note, and ringing ourselves into the beautiful season of festivities of Christmas and the New Year coming along in a week from now. I'm Lakshmi Subramanian. I'm so glad to be spending the next 1 hour with you on I want to talk about your aspiration and give you just couple of tips of how you can actually achieve your aspirations. Yeah, give me a moment before I share a small deck that I had prepared for you. I hope that's visible. So I want to start with a small game, and I hope CIAC will tell me if the replies are coming on the YouTube link. All of us want to be known, right? We all want to become that real prominent figure in social media, in the media, and if possible, in a larger world, right? Whatever we do today, there seems to be that one small push for us. If I get to be known to people, if I get to be the popular figure, then it will be like really great kind of a thing, right? So now tell me, I just have a couple of pictures here with strokes. I want you to identify the people in this picture. Can you?
Ma'am, can I answer?
Yeah, yeah.
The first one is Mother Teresa.
Okay.
The second one, Alicia answers as Mahatma Gandhi.
Wow, cool. Now is the difficult one.
It's Sachin Tendulkar.
How sure are you that it is Sachin Tendulkar?
I have no idea, ma'am.
But are there any replies that's coming on?
Yes, ma'am.
Why it can't be a Dhoni? Why it can't be Mohinder Amarnath? Why it can't be Kapil Dev? And why is it Sachin Tendulkar?
Um, it is not Kapil Dev because when Kapil Dev was playing, the orange band wasn't there on the
Okay,
t-shirt.
okay, that's good
Uh,
observation.
it's not MS Dhoni because he had
A different hairstyle, I suppose.
yes. The third name that you said, I don't know him. So
Okay.
no.
Yeah,
So
it is Sachin Tendulkar. So, how you are able to identify these names? That's the question. I can keep posting such pictures on the screen of 100 people, right? And how come we are able to identify them with just couple of strokes of their uh, external persona or like this picture which is there on the screen of Sachin Tendulkar? How are we able to identify him? Any idea? With what did you identify? That's the question. Are there people responding on YouTube, Bhuvana?
Yes, ma'am. Slowly they're
Yeah,
starting.
yeah, yeah. So, what helps us to identify the
ma'am, it's
earliest?
their work. It's their
Yeah,
work
it's their
that
work. Yeah,
um it's their achievement that they have made in their
yeah,
passion.
yeah, yeah. They've become so popular. So, there is something that we are able to identify with them.
And for
Anything else?
most of them, they become the role model because of their passion.
Yeah. They are our role models, they are our inspiration, and we do learn whatever little lessons from their lives, and we'd like to emulate them. But the common thread in all the people, is the style, is that unique style that each one of them has. Mahatma Gandhi may have owned a coat and full three blazer coat when he was in South Africa. Yes, so true. You can still see those pictures on Google, right? But when he landed in India, he had a purpose. He had a specific, unique purpose, and to which he wanted to add an identity, right? That's the reason he completely threw away what he was dressing like, and he chose the dress of the nation. He chose the dress that will make his purpose a unique one, and that will make his passion known to people, and people will follow him, right? That's why he chose just two cloth and he covered his body. And if you talk of Mother Teresa, wherever she went, whatever she did, she must have traveled the entire world and she must have seen so many people around, but she never changed her outer appearance. And she was in that pristine white, and she gave out a statement in the way she presented herself wherever she went. She never changed her clothing because that's her statement. And she very clearly said she is here for pure love and kindness for the world, right? And of course, Sachin, the one unique thing of Sachin is when he achieves or when he was achieving his milestone, it's always this way that he raises up his hand, the right hand holding the bat and left hand holding the helmet. It's never interchanged. So he put that as a style statement of achievement, of reaching a goal or chasing a dream or reaching that pinnacle that he wanted to achieve. So each one of them, if you see, have a unique statement to tell the world when they are speaking to the world in their own ways. Mother Teresa spoke to the world in kindness, in love for everybody, right? That's her statement. Mahatma Gandhi spoke to the world about non-violence and how everybody has to live together. And of course, Sachin spoke to the world in setting up a dream and achieving the dream. If you have forgotten his farewell speech, I recommend each one of you to go today and listen to that farewell speech that he gave, right? And there he speaks of a lot of things, but the most important thing that he speaks of is his identity of setting a goal for himself and reaching that goal for himself. It is said in Sachin's case that if he got out, say, in a particular ball, say, for example, if he got out in a match on a bouncer, then the next day on the nets practice, he will expect the bowler to throw only bouncers to him so that he will master the shot to face the bouncer. That's the kind of statement these people rail out to us every time they speak to public in their own way, right? So I want to hear from you. Take your time. I want to hear from you. Is it only the leaders are unique? Is it only the stars and the heroes of the screen? Are they unique? You and I are not unique. If you think you are unique and if you think you have an identity, I want you to do this one small thing. Yeah. So close your eyes and think about yourself and pick out that top two positive adjective that describes you. I know you've all been extremely busy in the last 2 years cramming up for your board exams and burning the midnight oil, and you've come and joined this wonderful institution which is going to give you a complete experience of both academics, engineering, and life, right? Yeah, it's true. In today's pandemic, you're all signing on the gadget and you are going to start your lessons, or you have already started your lessons, but that's okay. This is only a passing cloud, as they call it, right? It's fine. But what is the silver lining of it? You will be one of the first batches of people entering into an important phase of their life, understanding both offline and online classes. I'm just hoping that the vaccine comes to India in mid of next year or the first quarter of next year, and we are all vaccinated. And by the time the second year starts, you're all going to be here in Chennai at the Crescent University campus, and you will be in a classroom, and I will come there and conduct the same life leadership program in physical classes. And I hope and I'm sure that will come as true. So, what we are going through on a virtual platform today is, trust me, my dear friends, it's only a passing phase. So, having said that, I want you to close your eyes for 30 seconds and think about yourself and pick the top two adjectives that best describes you as a person. You as a person. Yeah. Like, for example, if you ask me, I am lively Lakshmi. I am calm Lakshmi. Both are so opposite to each other. But what to do? Lakshmi is that way. I'm lively when I'm speaking with my participants and my dear friends of Crescent and students like you. And I'm very calm when I need to be calm. I am very calm. So, like that, if you can close your eyes and come up with what adjectives that you will describe best for yourself. Don't think about what others are talking about you. We don't need them now. It's what I think of myself as the top two best positive adjectives to describe me. Take your time and think about it. I'll give you exactly 30 seconds. If you wish, you can put it on your chat in the YouTube. Govana can, read it out. Any responses, Bhuvna?
Ma'am, not yet, ma'am.
Yeah, so that's the time of the lag, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
So what is yours, Bhuvna? Let's hear from you.
My role model.
Not role model. I want to understand your positive adjective to describe yourself.
Okay. Um, Fun and loving, ma'am.
Okay, fun and loving, Bhuvana. That's nice. So, if you have written or thought about the positive adjective for yourself, it has to be completely positive, okay? I do not want somebody saying, uh, I'm not an angry person. No, we don't want that. I'm a happy person. Is what I want. Happy and then your name. Smiling and then your name. Talented and then your name. Strong and then your name. Lively and then your name. Like that. Suppose you find that this 30 seconds was not enough for you to pick out that word that best describes you, don't worry about it. It's very, very common because we never spend time on ourselves. Think about this statement. We never spend time on ourselves and we always spend time with others or the gadget, right? So, for you to pick out your adjective that best describes you, you need to spend some time with yourself. So, take your time after this session, sit in one place and close your eyes and think about what is that strong quality which is positive about you and pick out an adjective to describe you. So the next time when you introduce yourself, you should be able to say, I am Lakshmi so and so, and I am a calm person, or I am a lively person, or I am a strong person, so on and so forth. The person who is meeting you will be very pleasantly surprised that you have this clear understanding of who you are. Trust me, my dear friends, many people don't know who they themselves are. It is very important to understand who we are. Yeah. And it is also equally important to understand that each one of us is unique and we need to be very proud of that. We need to be extremely proud of that. You understand, right? You must have studied in your science at some point in time that each of us have a very unique thumbprint. None of the people born before you will have your thumbprint, nor anybody born after you will have the thumbprint. You're that unique to have that unique thumbprint. Each one of us are unique. It's just that you need to believe that, yes, I am unique. Yes, I have something in me that I have to just find and start working. It could be a talent, it could be your behavior, it could be what you believe in, it could be just your way of speaking, it could be the kindness that you show to people, it could be the helping nature, it can be anything, but that is so unique to describe you. So today, think about who you are and what you're unique. Why am I talking about this at this point in time? That's a very valid question. My dear friends, you are or have transitioned from a child to an young adult when you move to a college. So, what is college about? The We must have heard about college being that fun place with very limited books and go and have fun with people, bunk college, go to a movie, so on and so forth, right? But in reality, it is not that. Today, I know you're sitting at your gadget and approaching college, but when you come to college, you will be still carrying those heavy bags full of books and assignments and papers and pencils and pens, and you will be sitting at a desk and listening to lectures or reading at a library or writing your assignment, right? College is still only that. Except now in pandemic, we are dealing that class in a virtual platform. Otherwise, college is still that. It's only in the movies that it's so different. They don't even carry a bag, right? They just carry a book probably with them like this. And within 2 hours, even that book will be not seen with the persons attending the college, right? And on a drop of a hat, everybody will come into the center of the college and They will dance and sing and all of that. In which college does happen such things? And dress code. What is a dress code in movies? And movies give us these images of college which are so untrue. If the heroine is Sushmita Sen or Nayanthara, then there is no dress code for even the lecturers, right? We have seen movies that way. But in reality, that's not true. In reality, the college or the 4 years that you have signed up for yourself is so important. Why is it so important? For a couple of things. One, you must have chosen this particular study keeping in mind what you want to become in the future, right? So it is directly tied up to your dream or your goal. And this 4 years is the very important 4 years of any individual transforming into a responsible adult, transforming themselves to be that mature adult, dreaming, having goals, and moving towards that goal. So, this 4 years is so important to you, and I'm here to talk about ABCD of your college. Oh my God, ma'am, you're again taking us to LKG. Yeah, ABCD, the foundation is very important. So, I'm going to talk about ABCD. A, the attitude. What is that attitude? The attitude has to be amazing. There is a possibility that some of you in this group wanted to do some other course but landed up in an engineering, right? Or you wanted to do some other engineering and landed up in a subject that you are going to study from now. Trust me, it really doesn't matter, because what you go through in this 4 years of professional degree is a personal transformation which is more important. Yeah, academic is important. Yes, clearing those papers are important. Not keeping arrears is very important. You have to like really score over on those papers and not keep a single arrear and clear up that degree with full pride and hard work, right? It is said, for a community to raise up, you need education. But for an individual to raise up, all you need is only hard work. Only hard work can take you from this level to this level. And this 4 years is the time that you have when you can work hard, when you can enjoy, when you can be with your friends, when you can do fun things, when you can be less responsible, when you can be very grateful and lead your life to your terms. What fun! Trust me, this 4 years will never come. Even if you go for a master's degree, it is not going to be like the undergraduation years that we always go through. All of us have great pride in talking about our college years because that made a huge difference in our lives. And I want you to really experience that wonderful years. So, what all can we do to experience good, simple, but fun loving college years? Yeah, that is what I'm going to talk about. Now, where I start, it really does not matter, but where I end is very important. I want to share a couple of stories here. Yeah, because present is the gift. Why present is the gift? Present is the gift because you are in the present. There is no way you can rewind your life. There is no way you can fast forward. It's not a Netflix movie or a Amazon Prime movie where you can just skip through the parts that you don't want to watch, right? This is something that you have to live through. You have to live through and go through. And exactly why the present is very important. So, this 4 years that you're going to be embarking on this wonderful journey where you are going to lay your path for the future is so important. Where you start is just a start, it is just the first step. But where you will end is an amazing journey, provided you have your mind and body directly going towards that goal. Yeah, I wish to share a small story about the bumblebee here. You must have heard about bumblebee. It's the largest bee of the bee family. You know, right? If the bees stop working, then the humans die within 7 years. we will be eradicated from this planet within 7 years. That's what science says. And this particular bee category is a big one. If you can see my hand, it's almost about 3 to 3.5 inches long and big, and it's got a heavy body. And look at the wings, they are so small, very, very small. So the scientists of the world thought that the bumblebee will never be able to fly. Bumblebee is an insect which will not be able to fly, is what the scientists have decided, because they were calculating about body, mass, weight, volume, all of that, and hence the bee will never be able to take a flight, is what they decided. And they kept telling bumblebee is one bee which is not going to fly. But we know for a fact Bumblebee is flying all over and it's just doing its duty like every natural resource is, right? Why? Because it did not hear to the science. It just did not listen to the scientists, and thankfully, it did not understand the language. So it just flapped its wings so hard, and just the body lifted, and the bee just flew around. That is what I am encouraging you to do. While probably some of you are not in the studies that you wanted to take, but you have landed, like for example, you wanted to do computer engineering, but you have landed up in an electronics team, or you wanted to do electronics, but you have landed up in computer engineering, whatever be the options. What you have today is a step to take you forward. Just look at it that way. And don't listen to others of what they say. This will not fit for you. You're not fit for this. You will not achieve this. This is not, you're not going to be able to do this. You will not be able to achieve this. Oh, you're so lazy, so you can't finish this. I just hope you clear up this 4 years and come out with a decent degree. That is a big thing for me. So on and on and on and on and on. I'm sure all of you must have heard all of this, right? But don't ever take it into your ears nor your heart. Not worth it. You know who you are. And be like the bumblebee. Be like the bumblebee and flap your wings so fast and keep going and going and going. For that, my dear friends, there's a small thing that you need to do. That commitment that you're giving to yourself, that commitment that you are telling yourself that you will be like a bumblebee, you got to listen to that commitment. Just imagine, like for example, in this stay at home, work at home, study at home scenario, how many of us actually get up on time? A lot of our getting up time has been postponed to 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Probably if there is a class early in the morning, then probably half an hour before we get up and we rush and come and sit in front of the laptop, right? That shouldn't be the case. There has to be a commitment. And how many times we have told our family that from tomorrow I will be up at 6 o'clock in the morning. And the entire family will say, yeah, we'll see. Let tomorrow 6 o'clock come, we will see. That's because they are not relying on your commitment statement, right? Because they have not seen you stick to your commitment. My dear friends, you need to prove it to yourself first that you can stick on my commitment statement. It's important that you tell yourself that I have given to commitment to myself and I will just listen to that. I will just go by that. So the next time you promise something to yourself, please do it. Please try your level best to achieve that. It's very important. I will start my workout from tomorrow. It's something all of us must have told us ourselves in this last 6, 7 months, right? And still, we may not have started, or we might have started but left it off midway, and so on and so forth. But if you started that particular workout session, and if you continued and you're still doing it, it's an amazing feeling for a couple of reasons. One, you have stuck to your own commitment. Number two, the physical workout that you do will give you mental balance and peace. And number three, the sense of achievement. that sense of reaching something, sense of doing something. Human beings always thrive on self belief like the bumblebee. That's the reason. We have always, I can, I will, I shall, I want are statements which make us very, very happy as human beings. I'll give you an example. Thomas Alva Edison was trying to bring the filament and the bulb for very, very long number of years. And at one point, his entire lab went to ashes. It was burnt down completely. So his assistant research scholars were so upset. So they kept running to Mr. Edison and tell him that, boss, all our observations, all our notes have gone to ashes. How will we start our invention again, all over again? This is just not going to happen. And all those years of work has gone to ashes. Should we redo it again? Was the question. But Mr. Edison was very clear. He said, no, in fact, I'm very happy everything is burnt down because I can start afresh. I had made so many mistakes and I have learned so many lessons. Now I can start afresh. And when I start afresh, I probably make new mistakes, but I will never repeat any of the old mistakes. And exactly 8 months after that, his invention came out. And we all live such brighter lives thanks to him. That's only because we as human beings in this planet thrive. We live only on self belief. That day you lose the self belief and the hope, then you're not able to even take one step forward. So, this is something which is innate with us, something which is there natural with us, that humans believe and thrive on self, that I can achieve, I will do it. And when you actually do it, it is a certain sense of achievement. Like, for example, when you were writing your exams, the midterms and the half yearlies in your 10th and 12th and all that. On the first test, you might have probably scored, say, about 50%. Yeah. So your parents are not very happy about it. So they tell you, you have to buck up, you have to really score well. Look at him, look at her, and things like that, right? All parents say that. But you know for a fact that that subject is a little difficult for you and you have to really put a lot of hard work. So you commit to yourself saying, okay, the last time I scored 50%, the next test, be it a class test or a unit test or whatever test it may be, or even an assignment submission, I will score exactly 5 marks more than the last time. I know it's a very small target, but keeping a small target will encourage you to achieve it. And once you achieve it, that sense of achievement gives you a lot of pride. But if you go tell your mother that I have scored 55 this time, is she going to appreciate you? No. But you will know the kind of effort you put for that 5 marks, the kind of achievement feeling that you have just at that moment, right? So don't wait for others to come and appreciate you or congratulate you. You do it yourself. Take your right hand to your left shoulder and say, Sabash Lakshmi, you're doing a great job. Just go with the same flow and you all say your name, the right hand to the left shoulder, and say, super work, excellent, good job. Just go in the same way and achieve the next 10%. And you can improve your marks so very well. You can apply the same thing in the college. That's only because we thrive on self belief. So have that self belief. It is you that who is going to do the hard work. It is you that who is going to achieve it, and you will achieve it. Just believe in that thought. Yeah. I want to share a story of the founder of Global Adjustments Foundation, Ms. Ranjini Mani. She was a student like you people when she did her undergraduation in Bombay. And just after she finished her undergraduation, she was married off to an industrial family in Chennai. So she had to shift from Mumbai to Chennai. And she was that young girl like you who had lots of dreams of achieving big things in life, setting up a business or doing a career and really going and helping people and so on and so forth. But alas, when she came into the family in Chennai, her in laws told her that in our homes, women don't work. And she was like completely thrashed and she was very, very upset. But she did not lose hope because she had that belief in herself. Slowly, what she told her mother in law and her father in law was she will just teach what she has learned to the closer circle of people. So she learned French as a foreign language. She started teaching French language to her friends or kids who came home and things like that. And slowly from there, she started teaching French in an institute. And from there, one step after the other, she opened her own business called Global Adjustments, which helped foreign people to come and settle down very well in India. Today, she is an author. She has brushed her shoulders with all top notch people around the world. She's worked with Fortune 500 companies. She's a speaker and she's a philanthropist. And now she is running what we call Champion Women Life Leadership Program, completely free of cost. And we go and speak to people. And I'm very blessed and happy to be working with her. So, where she started was not where she ended, right? She was believing in herself, her thoughts, her dreams, her goals, and her hard work. And today, she has offices all over India that she has handed over to her daughter, and she's running a pro bono initiative of champion women. Yeah. So that is what I was trying to tell you. Where you start, oh my God, I've got computer engineering. I wanted to do electronics. Oh my God, oh my God. No, 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 not at all. That is really not the matter. The important stuff is how you are going to change this to suit your dreams. How you are going to take the lemons that are thrown at you, make a fancy lemonade and serve it to the world. That is important. Where I start is completely immaterial, but how I finish is in my hands. It's completely in my hands, right? So I got to work towards my dreams, and that is very important. And when we have a journey towards our dreams, nothing is easy. Success doesn't come just like that. Yeah. I want to talk about Padma Shri Ramakrishnan. You see him on the screen. He is the founder of Amar Seva. Now, Ramakrishnan was actually an engineering graduate like you. And in his second or third year, Navy had come to his college to recruit young cadets. And when you are getting recruited for a defense, then you're supposed to prove your physical strength, right? So Ramakrishnan was asked to raise up on a tall pole of 30 feet and come down. And when he got up the 30 feet pole, his hand slipped and he fell back from a 30 feet pole and he damaged his spinal cord. And from that day, he's on the wheelchair. The moment he became disabled is when he actually realized what disability is and how people suffer with disability. And he started Amar Seva. Amar Seva is not just an organization to help disabled person. No, no, no. He went one step forward and he is the advisor to the government to bring about changes in public places for disabled people. So success is never achieved without challenges. You got to just understand that. That is nature, that is universe. A small bird or a small, a baby elephant also trying to get its step forward, it falls couple of times. You and I must have fallen at least so many times before we could start walking, right? So what? At 1.5 years, we start taking small steps to be able to walk, right? And if we fall down, are we just sitting there yet? No, we immediately just dusted ourselves up and we started going about. So, any success, any small baby step is required to reach the success, and none of the success is possible without failures, without challenges. So, if you accept that, okay, if I fail, then I'm actually growing. I have to learn a lesson from the failure and move forward towards my goal, then it is so much easier. It is no fun saying, okay, I failed. My friends are going to laugh at me. My parents are not going to love me. And this world is going to really make fun of me. And I'm not going to step out of the home. That's not it. Everybody fails. And Failure should not lead you to a black room. No, it should not lead you to the dark phase. Never. Failure should always take you forward. Failure should always push you forward. Okay, if you have failed, learn your lesson from that. Okay, I did not study for this particular paper and hence I've scored bad marks. The next time, probably I should just plan my study very well. Maybe I should keep away the gadget for a longer period of time and concentrate. Maybe I should take a help of my friend to study together. Whatever it may be, the challenges, take some help, seek for help, ask people for help. There are so many people to help you. And believe me, once you start taking that approach, then success is just round the corner, literally round the corner. Yeah. So we spoke about amazing attitude. Now, amazing attitude, I first started off with be in the present and work on the present, right? And then always success is achieved with a lot of challenges and failures. And have that self belief and self pat yourself and move forward. Now we'll talk about the brilliant bachelor's degree that you've all signed up for. Initially, there is going to be a little discomfort for you because you're not able to see your lecturers physically, but give your commitment and dedication to the classes you will be able to achieve. This 4 years of what you're studying is going to be the base, for your work, or if you plan to become an entrepreneur, or if you plan to start your own business, you want to join a company and then grow up in the company's ladder, or you want to join a master's degree, whatever may be your goal, this 4 years of undergraduation has to be completed brilliantly. What all you can do for that? As I already told you, no arrears possible. Okay. The other thing you can do is sign up for online courses which are totally free of cost and get yourself more strong on the topics that you are already studying in the college. Today, you have a lot of time. The gadget is with you, and there is plethora is not the word. There's amazing content out there on a couple of these names that I have put on the screen. Yeah, like Coursera has courses that are so much free of cost, and there are so many courses on EDX, and all the world universities are opening online courses totally free of cost. So pick up the topics that you are wanting to be a professional on and add to your CV. It's very important. You realize, right? Every year a graduate passes out, he has competition from at least some 30 lakh of people across India, and you need to be standing apart, standing really high above the crowd. And such courses will add to your uh, curriculum vitae or your profile, and it will really make you stand apart. So it is important that you put in that extra effort, a little extra effort to become that master of that topic. The other thing that you can do today, even on virtual platform, the internships are available. Maybe the first year you really don't want to do internship, but from the second year, do apply for internships opportunities and get couple of internships going during your course, because those will really boost your confidence. Those will really push you to be able to accustomed to a working environment, be it online or offline. Yeah, these things will make that 4 year degree more purposeful for you. Sign up for the clubs that are there in your college. Sign up for a volunteering session. You can just do 2 hours per month. That's good enough. But sign up for some volunteering that you can do. You can pick up, even in online, you can pick up younger kids to teach spoken English, a very simple one. Or you can pick up younger kids to teach handwriting, good handwriting. These are all volunteering initiatives that are there. Choose the one that's there in your city and make your degree more rounded. You give yourself a 360 degree experience while you're on this 4 year course. and surprise yourself. That's important. You don't need to surprise anybody else. You need to surprise yourself. Wow, I'm able to do so much. Wow, this creative mindset I didn't know that I had. Try that rangoli probably, or try making some dish for your parents one weekend. And I'm sure during the pandemic you must have tried a lot of new things, right from the dalgona coffee till about the challenges that we saw in the social media. So try something new and surprise yourself, and the stuff that you like doing again and again, to do it with passion, and that could be your purpose also. So always take your dreams to the next level and surprise yourself, and grow in the way that you're able to reach your goal. Now, what about this goal? I'm talking about goal and dream and goal. I want you to answer this question to yourself. You don't need to tell anybody. Today, I'm assuming your average age is around 18 years or 17 years. So, in the next 6, 7 years, yeah, in the next 6, 7 years, where do you want to see yourself? What do you want to achieve in the next 6, 7 years? I know 4 years degree, and after that, what do you want to do? Is it going to be a master's, or is it going to be a job, or is it going to be a business, or you want to become a scientist, or you want to join CIIC in a startup incubator, whatever it may be, right? Just write that statement of what you want to be when you reach 25. By 25, what do you want to be? Now, that statement can be two ways. One can be personal, one can be professional. I want to be in this particular company at this particular level, or I want to get married by 25, or I want to buy a car by 25. So that can be one personal statement and one professional statement. Write for yourself. Now, why do you have to write for yourself? When you start writing, there's a lot of energy to writing. You can like say a couple of things, you can put it on your gadget and all of that. But when you start writing, it makes a lot of difference. So I, in fact, recommend you to put it on a chart paper and stick it on the wall that you will see when you get up, because that will make you push and run every day. That's very, very important at this point in time. So we spoke about amazing attitude. Where you start, it really does not matter, but where you finish is completely in your hands. Do your bachelor's degree in a fantastic 360-degree approach and have a confident career path. That's very important. So at the first year, you may not be able to understand what and where and how you can form your career, right? Career is different from job. Job is that one company that you're going to work on, but career is what you're going to do for the next 15 years, probably, or for the rest of your life. Do you want to get onto this company and become, take promotions and move in their hierarchy? Or do you want to start a business and grow that to a particular level? Or do you want to get on to teaching? Or do you want to become a research scholar? So on and so forth. Those are career paths. So you got to choose that. And you got to choose that in such a way. You can take your time. Please take your time. Take a semester of time to understand where you want to lead your career to, right? And do that very, very diligently. Speak to people, gather a lot of information, and then choose a confident career path. Why I'm saying confident is when you understand about the career itself, you will be very confident about achieving that particular dream, right? I want to talk about myself. You know, that blue ring that you see on the screen is actually me when I was in class 6. In our school, we had this newspaper reading activity every assembly. And on this particular day, I was given that duty of preparing the news and going and reading it in the assembly in front of people. So I prepared very well. We did not have newspapers at that time in our house. So I went to a close by tea shop, sat down and wrote down the headlines of the paper, really by hearted it well, tried speaking about it in front of the mirror and all that. And I went to the school. And when they put me against the mic, I went blank. I totally went blank. And They gave me exactly 2 minutes. I just couldn't bring up. I was so fearful to see the entire school assembly, and I went completely blank. And so the class teacher took the news sheet from me, gave it to another boy, and stepped me down from the stage. The moment I stepped down from the stage, I realized I've lost an opportunity. I've really lost an opportunity of addressing the entire school on that one day, right? But I did not give up there. I ensured that fear of speaking was the one which made me go blank. So I started addressing that fear. How do you address that fear? I'm sure many of us have that fear, right? When the teacher asks you a question in the class, most of us will want to hide ourselves away from the viewpoint of the teacher so that she doesn't ask us. We may know the answer, but we are not very sure somebody will laugh if it was a wrong answer and things like that. But if you want to face that fear, every time she asks the question, you need to put up your hand. You need to put up your hand. You have to do it and face the fear by putting up your hand, getting up and giving that answer. Couple of times it may be right, couple of times it may be wrong. It's fine. What is important is you're facing the fear. When you face the fear, you overcome that fear, which is what I did. After that day, I did not leave any opportunity of speaking to a stranger, speaking to a larger group, or speaking to even relatives who came and visited us at home. I will never leave an opportunity. I will use small conversations to continuously be able to speak with them. I will never leave them. In fact, some of them will be so bored, but I used to not leave because for me, it was my opportunity that I had lost on that day, right? And I want to make up for that. And with all the years of working towards my fears, today I can proudly say I can address as many people as possible. I know in pandemic I'm addressing all of you through this particular camera, but you can see on the screen, I can address huge crowds in colleges. Very recently, I addressed 7,000 people on a virtual platform on the Nurses Council. So I'm very confident of speaking to people today, but it was not an easy task. It was not a magic pill that I put a pill and I became this person. No, not at all. There was consistent work towards that. So, for you to understand your career path, you need to understand that what you want to do, what are the fears that you have? Do you want to face the fear and break them? What are you good at? Because I was a banker for nearly 20 years. And only in the last 2 years of my banking, I realized that I'm actually happy in a training class. And I completely shifted my vocation to being a trainer. So your calling can come at any point in time. That is okay. Don't pressurize yourself saying, what is my passion? What is my purpose? What is my purpose? No, don't do that. Just go with the flow. But whatever you're doing, do it with commitment and dedication and work hard on that. That is important. Yeah. So for me, the career of training, career of facilitating, career of coaching today makes me such a complete person, and I'm so happy to be talking to you about that. Yeah. So for you to understand your career, take your time, speak to a lot of people. I'm also here. You can always touch base with me, and you can draw what you want to be beyond your degree, what you want to do. Those things you can think about it. Speaking to people, you will gather a lot of information, and then you can really draw a beautiful career path for yourself. There will be a couple of hurdles here and there, but you will be very confident to face those hurdles. Yeah. So amazing attitude with a brilliant bachelor's degree and a confident career path. Now, what will stop you from achieving all of this? Distractions, right? You take a book to study, and just then the phone rings. Just then the phone rings. And who's there on the phone? Friend. So he or she will ask, what are you doing? And you'll say, I'm going to start studying. Why are you studying? The exams are, there's a lot of time for exams. Why do you want to study? Come, pick up that phone and see this particular Insta handle. No, Let's talk about that. Or let's play a game, an online Ludo game. And 2 hours is gone, completely gone. You don't know where those 2 hours went. So, what about distraction? What are the distractions that you will face when you want to go towards your goal, when you want to work towards your dream, when you want to really go towards your path? There's a lot of distractions, right? There's a lot. TV, telephone, friends, family, environment, things like Wi-Fi connection, things like data card, which are not working at that point in time, so on and so forth. I'm only here to say that when you are very clear about the A, B, and C, then keeping aside this phone away completely beyond and not looking at that phone for 1 hour and concentrating on your ABC will take you really far. And the most important distraction is getting into the relationship with the other gender, right? I'm only saying don't fall in love, but raise in love. You may have that special friend with yourself in your group or in your neighborhood or in your class, probably. It's okay. Let him or her be the special person, but don't hurry into it. You cannot have an urgent girlfriend or an urgent boyfriend. That doesn't work that way. And when that breaks up, then you are completely losing your life and not able to work on your dreams and your goals that you really want to achieve, right? So take this particular distraction, give it some time, give it some thought, and let it happen naturally. If there is a special person in your group, so be it, but you achieve your ABC and then go for it. Yeah, that's very important. And change happens only from self. I want you to watch this video and understand that.
No, there's no volume.
Oh, is it?
वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् सुजलां सुफलाम् वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्
I am that change.
I'm the change.
I am that change.
Be that change.
Yeah, be the change. It's important that you are the change, and the change can start from yourself, right? And when you resolve to change, then it's not just you. When your change happens, that becomes a ripple effect and it affects everybody close to you and they also change. So be the change. So when we first, if you remember, I wanted you to write positive adjective of yourself. When you find your positive adjective, demonstrate it, demonstrate it more among people, because that can also have a ripple effect of their change. And the ABCD of life that I was telling you, of the college life, have that amazing attitude, have gratefulness for what you have, do your bachelor's degree with a 360-degree approach and do it brilliantly well. Use the first 2 semesters to understand your career path and have a clean plan for your career path. And of course, all this is possible only if you can distance your distraction. When I am talking about distancing your distraction, there has to be a lot of change that has to happen from yourself, right? Because you have to keep the gadget away, you have to start using time more productively, more towards learning, growth, and development. And all of the change is only going to lift yourself up and grow and become that super individual that you want to put on the wall when you get up. You have a dream, you put it on the wall, and you will actually see yourself becoming that person. So go for the change, live a life of excellence completely. Yeah. And you can always keep in touch with me. Those are my numbers, and we are available in social media and YouTube. And please be in touch with me, and I will come and speak to you about other things in the future. Thank you so much for giving me time. I'm here. Any questions, you can put it on the chat, and Bhuneshwari can reach out to me. Thank you so much. Can I stop share?
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Thank you so much for the session. It was really enlightening. There are a few questions.
Yeah.
So, firstly, I want to ask you is regarding you spoke about doing hard work, which is a key to the achievement. So, ma'am, what do you want to say about hard work and the smart work? People
Yeah.
tend to take the smart work. How do you, like, what do you think? How much is it necessary to have a smart work in this era,
Yeah.
and also the touch of hard work?
So both are important. What what I mean by hard work is ready to do that work, ready to finish my assignment on time, ready to be able to demonstrate my commitment, ready to be able to show and show people that I respect what I do, be it a degree, be it the assignment, be it the exam, so on and so forth. So it's important that I have that in my mind. But what a smart work is, instead of writing down those stuff, am I able to quickly put across things together? Should I always submit my assignment in a particular format, or can I look at a new format? Those are smart work. Those are the work. The end product, is it looking nice and professional? Is something where smart work will help me. The smart work is only the process, as according to me, but the hard work is the actual work that you are going to do towards that assignment or examination or seminar, whatever it may be, right? So the if for example you're talking of a seminar, taking time to gather information, please do it as a hard work, so that you get a lot of time and information. But putting together into a PowerPoint or into a Word document, use the smart work way and use your creativity in that and bring the end product really beautiful. And for the viewer or to the submitting authority, it is so interesting to read that document, right? So both have to go hand in hand. One cannot replace the other. I hope that was useful.
Yes, ma'am. The answer is perfect for the question. The second question that we would like to ask is you spoke about motivation, especially the self motivation. Yes. So, ma'am, how do you suggest the sources of self-motivation?
Okay, there are very many ways that you can self motivate yourself, right from speaking to yourself in the mirror. That's the most effective way of self motivating. That real positive self talk. That's what they call, right? You can do it. Of course, this is not a big fall for you. Raise up quickly. After all, it is just internal examination. You can bridge that mark in your final examination, in your assignment, or in other things. Go and work hard on that. Are some of the things that the student can tell himself or herself, right? And this, if you're able to stand in front of the mirror and talk about it, like for example, facing the fear of, say, public speaking. It is said that uh, it's the second fear, second to the fear of death. Fear of public speaking is something which everybody faces in the world. So you're not the only one. That itself will give us a lot of confidence. But to face that fear and be able to go and present yourself, you need a lot of practice. I'm just giving an example. So the same way to have a self-motivating, self-positive self-talk, get up every day morning, spend those 5 minutes with yourself in front of the mirror, and try talking to yourself about what you want to do on that day or what you want to achieve on that day, what went wrong the previous day, how you can correct it today, so on and so forth. All of it speaking to yourself in the mirror, because that mirror will not talk to you, but it can give you so many answers, and you will realize how much you can correct yourself while you're speaking to yourself. In fact, speaking to the mirror image and giving that self talk is a very, very effective self motivation tool. There are very many, but I would suggest this because this is easy, quick, and you can start right away.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. The answer is perfect. So, as we have come to the end of the program, I would again thank Ms. Lakshmi Subramanian, the executive director. The session was completely, enlightening, and I'm so sure that students would have taken a lot of notes, and not just on word or presentation, but actually it would have been, imprinted. Um, and the points that you had given are really something that the students would require during, just after the pandemic, when they're entering the
Yeah,
college life.
that's important.
I'm so sure that they'll be liking it. Thank you so much, and I would also like to thank the coordinator from our college, Dr. Kutti Rani, and also the students who are present and watching this live. And for due to some reasons, we had to shut down the live comment section. But if you guys have any questions to be asked to Ms. Lakshmi Subramanian, you can post it on the comment section later, so we can get
Yeah,
in touch with her.
sure, sure.
Yeah, and the certificates for the session will be provided for the students who fill in the feedback form that has been uploaded in the description down the YouTube. So thank you so much for the lovely session, ma'am. Thank
Thank
you,
you. Thank you for
students.
the opportunity.
Sure, ma'am. Sure. We just look forward to have a face-to-face session
Yeah, very
after.
soon. Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, very true.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
For
you.
future sessions also. Thank you.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you so much, students. So I sign out from here. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.